EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Great. Check. Fresno. Tighten up. Hey!
Back to throw, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. We're ready. Check. Walk 54. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Second down, Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Undercrush. Kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Watch twitch. Check. Lucky.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. But let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Check, 47. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Gun. Express. Let's get the ball. 8.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Check 52. Check 13. Check 13.
After the sack on 1st down, Bridgewater, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Great. Express! I know he ain't got it.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Taking a shot for, and he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
Bridgewater now. Eluding the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Alert 3. Tight dog. Slam. Wide. Check 25.
Now Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Check
Brings up
99.
second and 3.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gun.
44's the mic. 44's Mike. Check.
Express.
Hey, come on now. 44's the mic. 44.
Now Newton on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A toss here to Scarlett. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Newton. This will be caught by Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's the gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
44's the mic. 44.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Check three. Back. Watch twist.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
You see me out here?
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Switch.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This is caught by Ginn. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn scoring a touchdown against his former mates as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, they'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there from McCaffrey. 41 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
20.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 26-yard line.
Joker.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He's got a man, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
59. 59. Come on, D. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey. Let flow.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. K1 short, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm telling them to you. 20.
On first down, Newton. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Come to me, it's me.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Great.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Well, he's going to go for it all. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marcus Williams. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Bridgewater. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touch. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check 52. 8. 6 guys.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, McCaffrey. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
There you are. Not today. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Under 10. Under 20. 10. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Watch the edge. Express. Let's go, please.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Here we go. He's crossing.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they will take a knee here.
Newton on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Target, 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 target.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike, check, 59. Defense, keep it up, guys. 59 Mike.
Bridgewater to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.